everyone and welcome back to our channel. And for today's video, I will be giving you complete information as to what is it that you need to know if you are traveling to Goa for a holiday. I will be talking about things that are open and things that are not. So please do watch this video till the end. It's going to be slightly lengthy, but I promise you that you will have all the information that you need. If you watch this one video, you don't really have to go and watch any other videos or sources on the internet to plan your next travel. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe because I make videos from Goa since I currently live here. I make videos on food, travel and accommodation, and of course giving you complete information and updates on a regular basis. So don't forget to subscribe and also hit on that notification bell so that you get notified as and when I come up with a new video. So the first thing is that I always keep getting asked the same question again and again from all of our subscribers and viewers. So I thought I'll make a detailed video about your antigen and your RT-PCR tests if you're traveling to Goa as a tourist. Now, for all those of you who have taken your double vaccination, which is your 2 doses, it could either be Covishield or Covaxin. So we're not taking any vaccine names here, right? So it can be any vaccination that you've taken, and if you've completed 2 doses of it, so you are okay to travel to Goa, but provided you have to wait for a minimum of 15 days from the time you take your 2nd dose of your vaccination. So for example, if you've taken your 2nd dose on the 1st of September, you will have to wait till the 15th and then you can enter Goa, and you do not need any RT-PCR or an antigen test to be done. So you can freely enter Goa. Now, the second thing is that I keep getting asked a lot is that I've taken 1 dose of vaccination. Do I still need to have an RT-PCR certificate? Well, the answer is yes. Not necessarily that it has to be an RT-PCR certificate, but it can also be an antigen test. Now, this has to be valid for within 72 hours from the time your swab is taken. So if at all it is more than 72 hours, then it is the report is not valid and you'll have to redo your tests all over again. So again, I'm repeating, for those who have taken 1 dose, you definitely need to have a COVID negative certificate to enter Goa. And this is applicable to all modes of transport, be it your flight, train, bus, or even by car. So the next thing that I always keep getting asked from our subscribers and viewers who are traveling with kids is that whether or not do kids actually need to have a negative certificate. Well, there is no clear guidelines released from the government with regards to the kids, but from what I have inquired from one of our subscribers of this channel is that you need to have a COVID negative certificate for all those kids who are above the age of 2. And this is the news that I've got. So it is best that you get your negative certificate done even for your children if they are above 2 years of age. Lastly, I keep getting asked this questions again and again saying, do I need an RT-PCR or an antigen test would do? Now, the thing is that either one is perfectly fine except for those traveling from the state of Kerala. So if you are coming down from Kerala, then you need to make sure that you have a negative RT-PCR certificate with you, which is valid for within 72 hours. And this is irrespective of whether you have taken 1 dose or even your 2 doses, or even if you've not got your vaccination as yet. So this is applicable for everyone traveling from the state of Kerala. Another important thing is that for those traveling from Kerala is that you are required to be quarantined for 5 days. So this could be either at someone's house or even in a hotel. And after the 5 days of your quarantine, you will have to take a test, an RT-PCR test, and if it is again negative, then you are free to roam around in Goa. So this is the update for all those of you traveling from Kerala. So another question that I keep getting asked is, what if I do not have an antigen or an RT-PCR certificate? Am I allowed to enter Goa? Well, you can actually come to Goa, but you cannot enter Goa without having your test report with you. So for all those of you traveling by train or even by car, so at the checkpost, they have these testing booths, these testing centers that actually take a swab test on an immediate basis, and you are asked to wait. They do an antigen test and you get your results within an hour. So if at all your results are negative, then you are, allowed to enter Goa. And this is even at your train stations, you have these testing booths that are there. Even at the checkpost, which is for all those of you traveling by car, this is the same thing that is applicable. And for all those of you traveling by flight, I would highly recommend that you call your airlines up and give them a ring, ask them what is the complete guidelines, because probably they might not even allow you to board the flight if you do not have negative certificates. So it's best that you don't take chances, and you call them and find out information on that before you travel. It's very important that all of us do follow our COVID protocols at all times, irrespective if you are traveling to Goa, if you are in Goa or any other states as well. This is mainly to keep yourself protected as well as others. So while you are in Goa as well, please make sure that you're all the time wearing your masks, because if at all you are caught by the police for not wearing on your mask, then you can be fined. Okay, so moving on to the good news now. So why should you actually plan to come now at this point in time in the month of September? Well, for all those of you who are nature lovers, who absolutely enjoy greenery, then this is the right time for you to come, because we have the monsoon season going on. And Goa is lush green at this point in time. The weather is another reason as to why you should plan to come down, because it's so pleasant, and the heat would actually start from the month of October, but at this point in time it's quite pleasant. So if at all you hire a bike and you want to take a complete tour to beaches and things like that, it's going to be really nice. It's not that sunny. Of course, you do get a little showers during the day, maybe for 15-20 minutes, sometimes half an hour, and this mainly happens in the nights. But besides that, I am sure that you will enjoy the weather. So that's one other reason why you should probably plan to come down. Now, since it is raining, it's been raining, and we're just ending our monsoon season, most of the waterfalls are superb. Of course, they're not open to public at this point in time, so most of it is planned to be opened in the month of October. But some of your waterfalls, like your Dudhsagar and all of that, is accessible by trek, which is approximately around 11 to 12 kilometers one way. So that's a total of 22 to 24 kilometers up and down. And you will need a tour guide, otherwise you would get lost. So that is available to do for all of you adventure junkies out there. So you can maybe try that out as well. And the last reason as to why you should come down now is because everything is almost back to normal. Almost everything is open like the way it used to be before. Another reason is that since Goa recently opened up for tourism, the crowds are much lesser compared to what you will find from the month of October, November onwards, when it's actually peak season. So your accommodations, your restaurants, your car and bike rentals, all of this is much lesser at this point in time, because of the season is not yet peak at this point in time. So if at all you're planning to come on a budget trip and enjoy Goa to the fullest, then this is the best time that you can actually plan to come down. So another question that I keep getting asked is about the curfew, whether the curfew is in place. Well, yes, the curfew is in place, but however, it is not affecting any tourists or residents who live here, because everything is open, everything is functional, and it is said that everything has to be closed by 11 p.m. in the night. So your shacks by the beach, also your restaurants, or let's say your clubs, well, they stop taking orders by 11, but of course they're open till about 12, 1 o'clock in the night for your food and things like that. So I would suggest that if at all you're coming down now, plan for your night outs much earlier, so that you can wrap up everything by 12, 1 and then head back to your room. Another thing is about the beaches, whether or not people can swim. This is a question that I keep getting asked a lot. So at this point in time, there's a slight good news for all those of you who like swimming at the beach. Well, you can take a dip, but not going very far into the ocean. There will be lifeguards watching over you. You are allowed to go a few meters into the sea, but not entirely, at the deeper side. So that is something which is open up at this point in time. So if you are someone who loves being around crowd, and if you like, busy beaches at this point in time, then I would suggest that you plan your accommodation to be booked around BAGA or Kalangut, because these two beaches are the most happening beaches, because there's really nothing much happening in beaches such as Wagator, Anjuna, or even Morjim. So I would suggest that you plan something which is around these beaches at this point in time, because these are really happening throughout the day and also in the nights. It's completely lit up and it's beautifully done, just like how it would be during season time. So I would highly recommend that you choose to live around these two beaches. So another update is about your water sports. Well, it was said that the water sports could probably open from the 15th of September, but unfortunately that did not happen because of the monsoon season, which is slightly being dragged a little further. So it is said that it will start from the month of October. But if at all it happens in between, I promise that I would make a video and share it with you guys on this channel. So stay tuned for that. But as of now, water sports are have not started. However, the good news is that they've slowly started off with your beachside beds at BAGA and Kalangur as well. And these beds, you can actually rent them for 100 rupees an hour. So this is something that they've recently started. Another question that I keep getting asked is about casinos. I think this is like the hot question on the list of all time. So casinos as well, unfortunately, are not functional at this point in time. They still remain closed. And it is said that it should open from the month of October. And the same thing, if at all it opens, I will make a video on that as well and give you an update. So for all those of you who love history and architecture, churches are open. The famous Basilica of Bom Jesus Church, also known as the Old Goa Church, is open for tourists, so you can head there. So if you are someone who is coming to Goa to enjoy Goa's nightlife, clubs, and parties, then the good news is that TITOS Lane is open. So all of your clubs on TITOS Lane is open, and however, it is open till about 11, but it wraps up, the parties and everything wrap up by around 11:30, 12. So plan early. So I have made a video that you can see up here. I've given you a complete tour of the TITOS Lane and giving you information of what's happening and what it looks like at this point in time. Do go check that out. I'll also link it in the description box below. So another question that I always keep getting asked is about water sports. What is the update on water sports? Are they open? Well, unfortunately, at this point in time, it's not open, and it was supposed to be open from the 15th of September, but since due to the monsoon season, it is prolonged for a bit, and it is said that it would be open from the month of October. If at all you enjoy doing things like your island hopping, dolphin spotting, and your river cruise as well, then this is not the time because everything will open from the month of October, hopefully. Last but not least, restaurants are fully open for your dine-in and takeaway as well. They're open till around 11 p.m. in the night. And when you come to Goa, I would suggest that you do not miss out on trying out the local cuisine, which is the fish thali. I've made a video on it. And also, Goa has so much of seafood to offer. Don't forget to try them out at local, authentic Goan restaurants. So I've made a video on this, and I'll link it in the description box as well below, so you can go check them out. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making this for you. If I probably missed out on mentioning anything, then please do feel free to ask me in the comment section below, and I will make sure that I respond to every single comment. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel, and click on that notification bell icon so that you get notified as and when I release a new video. And help me grow, help my channel grow, and show some love. So till we meet again, bye for now.